In Matthew chapter 6, verse 21, he says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." I've heard that text mispreached in years gone by. What Jesus is saying is where you invest, your heart follows. Where you put your treasure, where you invest your money, your time, your effort, your longings of your heart, where you invest it, your heart follows. If you're a businessman and you buy stocks, maybe you're into cryptocurrency or something, and you buy the stocks, you invest a whole lot of money in there. What's the first thing you do in the morning? You get up and you want to check what's happened. What have the Americans been doing? Or worse, what's Putin been doing? What the Russians been up to? What's happening to my stocks? Why? Where your treasure is, your heart follows. Your heart follows where you've put your investment. I was talking to a young man the other day who had broken up with his girlfriend. He wanted to chat to me. He was obviously rather traumatized. And I said to him, "Why have you done this, my friend?" So he says, "I just wasn't feeling it." I said, "What do you mean you weren't feeling it?" She said, "I just wasn't feeling the love. And so I'm not being faithful to her. I'm not being true to myself. And so I just backed out." I said, "How many times have you done this?" He says, "A lot of times." This guy's now well into his 30s. And he keeps pulling out because he's not feeling it. And so I said to him, "Tell me something, my friend. What do you think comes first, romance or commitment?" He says, "Well, that's quite a good question. I would have thought romance indicates to me this is where I must put my commitment." So I said, "My friend, if that was the case in my marriage, so in other words, romance came before my commitment, I'd be getting divorced like 3 or 4 times a day." Doesn't work that way. What you commit to, your heart follows. You can't. Where your treasure is, your heart goes. And so the question is, where is your treasure going? Because that's where your heart goes. You know, God's given us this ability to put our hearts in many directions. And you can give a little bit of your heart to this, a little bit of your heart to that, but where primarily? Where's the obsession? Where's the obsession of your heart? Because what you obsess over grabs you and changes you. You become what you're committed to. What you invest in, your heart goes toward, and what your heart goes toward changes you. Commitment creates your identity. Because I'm committed to my wife, I see myself as a husband. Because I'm committed to my children, I see myself as a father. Commitment, where you put your heart, where you put your investment, your heart goes and your identity goes. Where your treasure is, your heart goes also. There is a scripture in Psalm 37, another badly exegeted text. "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." You know, I've heard many guys butcher that text, and they preach it something like this. You want that Lamborghini? You want the beautiful wife? Get your priorities straight, boy. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He's going to give you all that stuff. That isn't what that verse says. It says, delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you desires in your heart. That's what it says. He will shape your desire. He will shape who you are. What you commit to, what you delight in, what you invest in, takes your heart and takes your breath away.